Is this good? Is this frame good?
I think we're a little close there, Brandon. Let's back that up a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of the B-SRTN podcast.
I'm Brandon.
Single Ricky.
And I am taking Nick. You doing that voice there? Just it reminded me of Koog. Because, my name's Koog. I'm kind of like the leader in here, if you don't know.
He is.
I'm made of rocks, but don't let that intimidate you unless you're made of scissors. It's just a little bit of rock, paper, scissors joke for you. They haven't pulled you off.
You have to do the whole episode with that voice.
I can try, actually, if that's what you would like for me to do.
We dare you.
That's a lot.
Would you rather? Oh, sorry, I'm jumping in.
Would you rather?
Talk like Korg all day.
Oh my! Just kidding. No, I just want to keep talking in the Korg voice, but I'm not. Would you like to start a revolution? Tried to start one once. It didn't go off very well. Hardly didn't print off enough pamphlets, and hardly anyone turned up, except for me, my mom, and her boyfriend. And I hate her boyfriend, so.
Do you know what this voice is from?
No.
Oh.
Cool. He's from the Marvel universe.
He's Thor's best friend.
Oh, see, I haven't made
Thor.
I haven't made it to the Thor movies yet.
God of Thunder, lightning, booms. I don't know. Okay, we're done with this. All right, what's up, guys? How are y'all?
I'm so glad that made it.
Well, I'm laughing now. I'm in a good mood.
It's hot
Feel
here
good
already. So, how are y'all? How have y'all been?
Good. Yeah.
Love it.
Doing good. 2025, we're just rocking and rolling here.
Working and
Still kind of the beginning of 25.
Yeah.
The episode might not come out until July, but it's still 25. I'm just kidding.
let's hope, huh?
Just kidding. So, cool. We got some fun today. I think, again, we're back at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Recording studio, living room, whatever we want to call it.
Yep.
But cool. So we got some Would You Rathers. We'll do a couple more of these like we normally do. I think I've got a real and true that might help some people or give people ideas if they're trying to figure out where they want to go in life or if they want to do something new, what they might do. And then we have I think this is going to work where we play a little guessing game where I've zoomed in on some logos and y'all try and tell me who they are. So we'll see if between technology use here at my house and technology when I try and edit this works. I don't know that it will. Sorry if it doesn't, but we'll try.
I am certain it's going to work.
Is that going to be your certain piece at the end?
Yep.
Can't use that. Cool. Well, let's do this thing. So we'll jump into this. Ricky, you probably do this again. I don't know if you're the one that actually. I don't know where it'll be. So let's do some silly. I'll see if I can do that. I don't know if I can. I don't think I'm technologically advanced enough for that yet. But all right. So would you rather face the heat of the desert or the cold of the Arctic?
For how long?
Let's call it a day. For right now. We'll do a day and then maybe I'll change it to something else.
Heat of the desert.
Brave woman.
All I need is some water and some sunscreen. A lot of sunscreen.
So what Ricky's trying to say is she's a little too white and she'll burn.
Pretty pasty. Give me some chapstick. A lot of suntan lotion. And some water, and I will survive.
You just called yourself pasty?
I mean, I am.
You have to make sure that you put some sunscreen under here too. So
yeah,
I've actually been reading some stuff from Will Smith, some like autobiography stuff.
Okay.
And he talks about when they filmed Independence Day, the first one. They were out in the desert for like a couple days, and he said people were getting sunburns under their chins because of the heat, like the sun reflecting off of the sand.
I wouldn't even think of it.
I know.
Yeah, oh, listen, I'm covering everything if I'm in the desert. I'm telling you, everything. It's.
She's gonna take bottles and just like.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I think I'd like to experience the Arctic.
Yeah, I'm going there for a day. Arctic.
Yeah.
I hate sweating. I hate being hot. So
I hate being hot, but I hate being cold more.
no, I'm all for the Arctic.
So like regular weather, like we get here, I'm one of those people who's like, I'd much rather it be cool because I can put on all the clothes I want.
Correct.
But if it's Arctic cold, I don't have enough blood, I don't think, in my body to keep me warm with it, regardless of the amount of clothes. So
Yeah, that's true.
Look, I've always said, especially in my house with Shay and I, like, Shay is always cold and always has a blanket, right? The blanket that's behind Brandon right now is her go-to blanket.
Oh dear. Sorry.
Y'all don't know there are deer on that. That was a good one. So she's always cold, and I am always hot. Like, it's always like, typically when y'all come to my house, I think y'all are like, oh my God, it's cold in here. So, like, I just refuse to be hot, but I've always told her, and I've always said, look, when you get cold, you can put on clothes. You can put as many pieces of clothing on as you can. When I get hot, I can only take so much off before people are like, Nick, put some clothes back on. Right? Now my side hustle.
Some laws there, buddy.
Like my side hustle is, it didn't used to be this, but it is now. I don't take my clothes off for money. I actually put my clothes back on for money. I get paid to put them on. To be like, no. Put those back on. So, but I can only take so much off when I'm hot. So it needs to be colder because you can put more on or get under a blanket or. So they make warming, like heated blankets for, right?
right.
Just keep the house at 60 degrees. It's perfect. I don't know about 60.
I mean, that's the way my mom is. My mom used to say the exact same thing you did, but just
You can put on cold, put some stuff on. You'll be alright.
yeah. That's
It'll
right.
only take so much off to get cold.
Right.
Okay, so let's change that though. Desert heat for a year or the Arctic cold for a year? This is where I think I changed my answer. I love the cold. I'd much rather be cold. I don't know if I'm built to struggle with the cold for a year.
Did you ever see that episode? I think it was on Friends. And Phoebe was dating that scientist guy, and he was like up in the Arctic doing studies. And he was just bundled head to toe, and he could barely go outside. And yeah, I'm sticking to the desert.
I would be worried every time I go to the bathroom that it's going to freeze.
Never even thought of that.
That'd be tough right there.
At least in the heat, I have to worry about burning my toes or something, but like, at least I have to worry about like freezing.
Yeah, for a whole year. Whew.
Going desert heat, aren't you?
I think so. Yep.
Yeah.
Because my mind works in a really dumb way. Would you rather eat hot wings that are like burn your mouth hot, or like a legit cold wing that's just cold? It's been cooked and it was warm at one point, but now it's like really cold.
But same flavor?
No, whatever flavor you want, just cold,
Oh.
or one that's like super spicy.
I mean, I like hot, but I like my hot to taste good. I don't want it to just burn.
It burns, but it's the best flavor you've ever had.
I'm probably eating that one.
I'm right there with her.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I
going
would
with
eat a
super
cold
spicy.
wing. I'm not above it. But if the super spicy wing is a good flavor, I'm going
Yep,
for the
yep,
super
yep,
spicy
same
wing.
here.
And this is just a shout out. Y'all can give your own shout outs to the people of the world out here. Buffalo Wild Wings Mango Habanero, probably one of the best flavored wings I've ever had.
Lore Brewing Company's Dry Rub Cajun Wings. One of the best wing flavors I have ever had.
Where's that at?
Indian Land.
Ooh.
It's a little bit of a hike,
Best
but
wings I've had in the last year were actually at, I forget what the name of the restaurant is, at the Whitewater Center in Charlotte.
Was it the flavor of the wing or just the wing in general?
It was like both. It was like just the best combination of everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
now
I don't remember the flavor though. I just remember being like, wow.
all right, so
That's a
I'm
wing.
hijacking my own stuff again. what is your favorite flavor? Or no, that wasn't what I was going to ask. What is your... Do you prefer like a saucy wing or a less saucy wing? Because when we go out to eat and Shay orders wings, it's always light sauce. She doesn't want a lot of sauce on it. I, on the other hand, want them to bring me the tub, and I want to be able to take tongs and pull them out of the sauce.
That's the way I am too. I'd rather have a lot of sauce, yeah. Unless I'm getting a dry rub, because dry rub's good.
Okay, so we got Charlie here again, and she is losing it over there, like jumping up and down, waving her hands, trying to get my attention. She wants to give a shout out to the Bearded Buffalo in Belmont and their barbecue wings. And because she loves the barbecue wings, and the Bearded Buffalo is both of our favorite restaurant, but if I was going to do the flavor of wings, I got to go for the dry rub Cajun.
I will say Bearded Buffalo has a really good barbello.
Oh, their barbello is so good.
It's pretty stellar.
Man, we all need to go there sometime.
Yeah.
I don't think Katie and the kids have been there before.
Go not on a weekend.
Oh, no. I've been there once.
Not on a weekend.
You got to go during the week. And do they have a wing night now?
I don't know.
So we happened to walk in one time just on a random going to go get something to eat, and for some reason they had dollar wings.
Okay.
So I had me, Charlie, her little girlfriend. It might have just been the three of us. I don't remember. And they asked if they could get wings, and I was like, "Yeah, you got at $1 a wing. Go ahead." They're like, "Well, can we get 12 each?" I'm like, "Go ahead, 12 each, $1 a wing. Absolutely. This is the one time I'm gonna let you do it." And they got like 4 different flavors because they do it in the 6s, you know, and so they sampled all the flavors, and still she goes back to the barbecue.
I love it.
Wow.
But so I got to find out if they have dollar wing night.
Well, they have these things called BB chips. Have you had those? By far the best thing that they have out. I mean, their wings are good and their sauces are good. They have these little chips, and like you can go to you can get the house-made chips that are like the big potatoes, thinly sliced and fried, but these are like small. Like
they're thicker.
Really, and they're thick, and they are fluffy but crispy.
So it's like a real potato. I always get mine like extra crispy too, because I like the house-made chips.
I like the soft
the thin
ones,
sliced ones, and so yeah.
They are so good. We gotta go.
Also, their pretzel bites are to die for.
I think their whole menu is pretty good. So we're shouting out Bearded Buffalo, Belmont, North Carolina. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I could be 1,000% wrong. I believe the owner's name is Zach. I believe. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, it's because I haven't been there in a while. I haven't seen him in a while.
I can't think
Super
of his name
nice
right
guy.
now.
He's always been pleasant. He always comes around and asks how things are. Good dude.
I believe Charlie, is it Zach? Is that the owner?
I don't know, but
His son's name. Yeah, we know his son's name, and you can't say that because this is a podcast, and we don't know if we have permission to say his son's name. But he was in Charlie's class the one year.
So if it's not Zach, I know it's close to that.
I can't, I know it, but on the spot right now, I just can't.
Well, one of these days, you're going to be able to say, "Hey, and this podcast is sponsored by the Bearded Buffalo. If you leave a
100%.
comment, you get 10% off your next order."
Yes, sir. We'll own that one.
Not yet.
Soon. Coming soon. Bearded Buffalo. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Last
Let's
one.
go there and record a podcast.
Hey, they actually have an upstairs room we could do that in.
You have to rent that, but they also have the outside area, and I mean, if we just had good mics where we could be heard loudly,
awesome.
we could just sit outside and do a recording in the daylight.
Eating wings.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I love this.
And pretzel bites. And BB
I don't know how
chips.
many.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all good. All right. Second, would you rather? Would you rather be granted 1 wish today or 3 wishes in 10 years?
Is this the classic, you can't wish for more wishes if you only had one?
Yeah, it's just 1 wish. Can't ask for more. Kind of generic, genie in a bottle stuff.
Okay, because everybody knows that if you only get one, that's what you wish for is more wishes. So
No, you either get the
that way
one
you're
or
not
none.
boxed in.
I'm ready.
1 or 3.
I'm wishing today. I'm taking my 1 wish today. I could be dead in 10 years.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
So I'm taking my wish, and I'm
Nothing wrong with
wishing
that,
that I
yeah.
can live for a long, long time.
See, I saw this as the penny a day or $1 million an hour, a penny doubled every day for a month. I saw that as that, and I'm like, I'm gonna go 10 years. 10 years, because I can. If there's something that happens between now and 10 years, I can just wish for it.
Mm.
As where if I wish one thing now, if I wish for one thing now, 3 years from now, something might happen, but I really wish I would have made my wish for that. As where I can keep like a notebook of things of like, oh, I should wish for that, or that might be a good thing. I could just I could make one of my 3 wishes that. I'm like 10 years, okay, 10 years doesn't happen, and I don't make it through 10 years.
Did you lose anything?
Did I really lose a whole lot?
Good point.
Besides one wish.
Good point.
I'm waiting 3 years, or I'm waiting 10 years for my 3.
Okay.
Because what if something happens and Brandon's like, Nick, I don't want to be friends anymore. I don't want to do the podcast.
You'll just wish him
in
back.
6 years, in 10 years, I'll just wish back
Your
to
friendship.
him never doing that, and I'll get the friendship back.
And I'll have no idea what happened. I'll be none the wiser.
And I'll apparently be on an island by myself somewhere.
Because that's
our
what you wish
relationship's
for.
never changing.
Because that's what you wish for.
So then you're...
No, that's not what I'm wishing for because y'all don't care about me.
No, it's not that.
You're always worried Brandon's going to break up with you.
He will. Like, if anybody's breaking up, it's me and Brandon.
Yeah,
because I have like
you're probably right.
It's because I've strong on him to do
right.
this podcast for coming up on a year.
Yeah.
You have been on me for a while.
See?
Trying to get me to do that.
And here we are.
And here we are.
All right, let's go into a little real and true. Let's get off this whole subject of Brandon breaking up with me and because I'm about to cry. Just kidding. Just kidding. If he breaks up with me, people, just so you know.
If he broke up with you and I still had my wish, I'd wish him back for you too.
See, that's why me and Ricky will never end. All right, real and true. Let's get serious.
Here's my wish for you. I'll give you one.
Hey, yo, Adrian. Hey, yo, Brandon. 3 years ago, you said you didn't want to be friends anymore. Well, sorry, buddy. And welcome back to another episode of the B-SRTN. All right, here we go. Let's go real and true. If you could learn a new skill or trade, what would it be and why?
So, I wish that I was better with, like, carpentry, like woodworking kind of stuff.
Okay.
My grandpa was really good at it, and I didn't learn anything hardly from him on it, and I wish I had. It's a skill I wish I had. Just for, like, everyday, like, home stuff, but also just, like, being creative and building and...
would you build a house type or?
Maybe. I mean, like the kids have always been like, Dad, will you build us a tree house? And I'm like, no.
Let me get on YouTube real quick and.
Yeah, I did get a book one time and looked at it and I was like, nope, that thing's gonna fall apart in a minute if I build it.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, that's mine.
I was going to say that. That I would want to learn carpentry so that I could just like buy some acreage and build myself a house in the woods. But now I've got a friend who does that.
Hey, there you go. You can learn masonry work.
I was thinking like masonry or welding. So I've always been curious to learn how to weld. I think welders there's some pretty decent money in welding.
There's a lot of money in welding.
And it's like if something happened with my job, I might go learn how to weld to provide.
It's not a bad idea.
There you go.
It's not bad. I didn't even think it, like, carpentry never even crossed my mind when I, like, put this together. It's a really good, like, there's not much you couldn't put together with that. Like, are there some things you don't need to make out of wood? Sure. But you could make just about anything. Can't build a house. You couldn't build a car, but, like...
You could build a car.
But how would it... It'd be you'd have to Fred Flintstone it and run with it because you can't build a motor out of wood.
True.
But you can buy the motor and put it in a wood car.
Wow.
Sure, that's pretty good.
First project: build me a wooden car.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like something really.
It might be like a boxcar derby.
I'll get the motor from work.
Ooh, see, move over, Elon Musk.
Different kind of motors at my work.
Move over, Cybertruck.
We just talked about Cybertruck on I think the last one or two podcasts.
Oh yeah, we did.
Elon keeps getting mentioned. Maybe he'll like the podcast.
Maybe he'll sponsor us.
Sponsor us. I can get some new. We've been looking at a place to go potentially even record at. So
Yeah.
sponsor us, and we'll go there and record, and it'll be even better.
This episode sponsored by Starlink.
It's got us all connected right here. Actually, you know what? Thinking about this, and this happened a while back, but the hurricane that came through North Carolina, he had Starlink come in, and it came in really quick, and it did because with my job, I do some of the customers I handle are in the Asheville Boone area, and like hearing like how quick that came in and how well it worked is pretty impressive.
Yep.
So shout out to Elon Musk for that's pretty. It's some good stuff. So I think I'm going like I want to learn languages. Like I would like to be able to learn to speak Spanish fluently and some other languages because like
You could be a linguist.
it just sometimes there's just barrier languages at times and
Yeah, but like we talked about on the last podcast when we were here recording, AI. I mean, they now have the earpieces that translate word for word.
I used to walk by a construction site or somewhere and you don't know what they're saying to you or about whatever, but now you just put one of those in and you're like, oh, that's what they're, oh my.
Quick hijacking story. My daughter got a kitten. The kitten got out of the house. And one of Pickles, yeah. And one of my best friends, I had to go to work. I can't miss work because the cat got out of the house, right? So I go to work. One of my good friends went over and was looking for the cat. And there's still construction going on in my neighborhood. It's a very new neighborhood. And so my friend was wearing a gray shirt. The cat's gray and white. And so she approaches these people who were working on a house, building the house. And she's going, El gato, gray, white, El gato. You see, no, they no El gato. So I mean, she knew the important word.
It helped. I wouldn't have known that.
They knew that she was looking for a cat who was gray and white. Gray.
See, at least your story, like you can say that and you can't get canceled. I about made a comment that could have got me canceled.
Wow.
So like, but my mind is like, I think just from y'all, I'm learning to not say everything that comes into my brain.
Nick is really the wild card here, not me.
Can be.
Well, just going back to your thing though, I think that's a good one. Just learning other languages, and I think that's cool.
Yeah. It's
very like relational, and I think there's definitely some of the AI things that are going to be helpful.
Yeah, but
like,
they're not going to help with sign language.
Nope, can't do that unless you get a little hologram.
Or if you have like that thing that shows you what hand to make in your glasses.
So, no, we'll have to put that on another episode.
Different episode. Sorry.
We're gonna go because if not, we're just gonna keep adding stuff to these episodes, and 35 episodes in, we're like, well, we have no more content for you guys. That's all good. We need to table that one because those are cool. So carpentry and then a new language. I think like really the carpentry one I didn't think about.
Yeah.
And like I'm still thinking like, oh, I could build this. So y'all learn that, and I want a really nice cutting board. Can somebody like
put it on him? I think I'm gonna learn welding now.
Okay, so we changed it. So we got carpentry,
or masonry
welding,
and masonry because I want to build my fire pit out in my backyard. I'm planning to do that like this spring.
I'm about to just.
I'm gonna do some masonry.
Put a couple pavers down in the backyard, and I'm gonna have to look up how to do that. So don't call me for your home improvement projects. Not gonna happen. All right, so this next game, we're gonna go a little nerdy. Right? I don't know if this is gonna work. This is a lot of editing for me when I do this, and you might catch that, dude.
Yeah.
So somebody would do it. I didn't give you enough time.
Man, we're gonna soundbite that one.
No, we're not going there. I'm tabling all of that. So I've got a game. I'm gonna show on the TV here some logos of some zoomed in logos that you guys won't be able to tell what it is, but I want you to guess. And this is just because we're all soccer related. This is how we came together. I'm like, let's start this very first time doing Guess the Logo with MLS soccer teams. Now, Brandon, I think, is going to be really good at this. Ricky, I think, is going to be good. I think she'll know a couple potentially, or she'll at least have an idea of semi who they are. But I think this is going to be fun. I'm going to pop an image up. You guys will see it on the screen. They're actually going to look at it on the TV that I've got the thing pulled up on. But I think this will be fun. I have them written down. I know what they are. I hope they're current, Brandon. If they're not, well,
Hey,
it's not the first thing I've messed up with the podcast, and it won't be the last. So let's do this. So let's go. Image number 1.
Atlanta United.
Good one. I was right behind you there. Yep, Atlanta.
That is Atlanta United.
Look at that. You got the first one.
I'm impressed. Atlanta United is the first one. So y'all should have seen the zoomed in logo. Should have seen the, well, if they actually see it. Well, if not, that's what we're looking at.
It's another thing Nick screwed up.
That's another thing I messed up. All right, here we go. Logo number 2.
Is that Are these all United States teams?
They're all MLS teams.
I got nothing on this one. I'm not sure. I don't recognize that.
There it is, right here, top left.
Oh, DC United.
DC United.
Good one, good one.
That was a tough one. That one is kind of one of the ones I was like, ooh, they might not get this one.
That makes sense now, yeah.
But now that you kind of look at it again, you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that is the. So give me a second. We got technical difficulties. I got one image that won't go away. DC United's just with us right now. They're just hanging out. Let's see if I can get another one pop up. All right, here we go.
Houston Dynamo.
Houston Dynamo. You did get that one.
Orange and black.
Good job.
Orange and black. Houston Dynamo. All right, number 4.
Charlotte FC.
It is not
Vancouver Whitecaps.
Vancouver Whitecaps. It is not Charlotte FC. I purposely don't have Charlotte FC on here because it's just.
I didn't know that they had FC in their logo. So it's the Vancouver Football Club, but they're called the Whitecaps.
It is. Hang on, I'll pull up.
Interesting.
I'll pull up the big image.
Yeah. How about that?
Huh.
Sure is.
Wow. And now we're cheating looking at the.
Right.
That won't go away. But here we go. Number 5.
Ooh, Orlando.
Orlando City.
Is that a lion?
Sure is.
Yeah, they have a lion logo.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
That's it.
All right, y'all. Apparently, I got to study up on my MLS logos.
Hey, you got Atlanta. That was good. Can you name any players from any of those teams? I don't know if I can name players from all of them.
No.
Couldn't name one.
Kalina.
Hey.
Hey, Kalina. Hey, big question, just because we're on the subject. Is Swiderski Carroll staying in Charlotte? Is he leaving?
I think when he came back last season, I think he's in for another year.
Okay.
But I can't remember. You got the inside scoop.
I need to talk to my boy, and I'm not going to name him right here yet because I think at some point I'm going to get him on this podcast. We're going to have my boy on here, and we're going to talk all kind. It's going to be a full soccer episode. We are going to go like ham on soccer. It's going to be really cool.
We can do it at a game. We can all go to a game.
He's busy at the games. That's the one place I'd never be able to get him. But if I can get him on here, which if you're watching, you already know you're coming on to an episode. That'll be a fun one. We'll make that a full-on soccer episode. It'll be cool. Yeah, so that's it. I think that's all we had because that was our nerdy section. Y'all ran through those pretty quick, actually. I'm really impressed that y'all did as well with those as y'all did. So
I got one.
all right, let's end this segment like we have been. What are you certain about, or something you're not certain about, and let's talk about it. Actually, Ricky, think of something you are certain or not certain about. Let's just dissect that for 2 minutes.
Oh, I am certain that I'm going to build that fire pit this summer. Spring, summer.
Where are you building it at? In your backyard?
Yeah, on my patio. Out back.
On the patio. So you're going to build it on top of what you've already got.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could help. That would be like we could help and then figure out how we can get some really good lighting out there, and we could record episodes out there. I don't know that I've ever seen a podcast where they're outside at night.
I don't think I have either.
Maybe we just change it to like be certain and we always do it out there.
I mean, we can hop in the hot tub.
That's gonna be one of the episodes. People just start sending us money for me to. People will turn off the podcast and they're like, "Nick's without a shirt."
You can wear a shirt in the hot tub.
That's weird. I yell at Jeremy all the time. Don't wear a shirt going in the pool, bro. Get over it.
You know, your idea reminded me. So we have some random like bricks in our yard that like the previous owner of the house just left bricks because they built the house. And so I thought, man, what can I do with this pile of bricks? And I thought I might build like a brick pizza oven for like wood-fired pizza. I mean, like, how cool would that be?
That would be good.
Listen, let's do it. Let's get some projects done this summer.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, if y'all are thinking about a project, be certain in doing it. As always, be certain in who you are. Be certain in what you do. Be certain that at some point we're going to be going to Ricky's house and recording episodes at night around a fire pit. It's going to be cool. Aesthetically, it might look pretty cool. I'll have to figure out a way. Brandon will have to show me how to edit some like fire sounds into the back of the whole episode. Some fire crackling. That would be awesome. So,
if you like pizza, be certain what you're ordering, where you're ordering it from.
Very true. Because some places not so.
Because it matters.
It does matter. So, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining us.